James was strolling through Coonskin Park, a riverside sliver of nature located in Kanawha County, West Virginia, when he heard a strange noise coming from one of the dumpsters there. Curiosity piqued, he investigated, only to discover something that had him fumbling for his camera. Retired West Virginia police officer and aviation enthusiast James Butler heard strange cries coming from a Charleston, West Virginia dumpster on Tuesday, August 11, 2015. Curious, he investigated the sounds. Right away, he noticed two things. 5 raccoons were trapped inside the Coonskin Park trash receptacle, and one of those raccoons was like nothing he'd ever seen before. As to how they got stuck, James said the dumpster had apparently been emptied and the garbage level was low, and the raccoons couldn't reach the top to get back out. And that rare raccoon? He didn't really look like his family members, or like any raccoon James had ever seen. This trashmonger was an albino raccoon, an incredibly rare specimen according to the Indiana Division of Fish and Wildlife. How rare exactly? The organization stated only 1 in 750,000 raccoons inherit the albino gene, a mutation that means the animal creates no melanin and therefore has no pigmentation. Stunned by his find, James didn't forget the real trouble at hand. These raccoons were stuck. Also, if you've not done so already, please subscribe to our channel and click the notification bell to get inspired by these animal stories every day. Now, back to the story. Thinking quickly, James fabricated a little something to help the raccoons escape their trash pit prison, a wood plank. He leaned it on the inside of the dumpster, and the raccoons could use it as a ramp. They were free, but that brought consequences. The albino raccoon had been a well-kept secret in Coonskin Park, according to Rodney Jones, chief of Kanawha's Park Police Department. And once James shared his pictures online, Officer Jones feared it would become the subject of the public's curious cameras. Now that the albino's getting publicity, Rodney said, I figured people will start looking to see if they can find it around the park. And people searching for a wild animal with a wild animal's instincts can be trouble. We try to tell people with animals to keep their distance and don't try to feed them, he said, after emphasizing that raccoons carry deadly diseases. I'd really hate to see an animal like that be destroyed because of someone's curiosity or stupidity. Worse, the albino raccoon's appearance can make it a prize in the eyes of some people. Something special that needs to be captured or owned. Such was the case with a 4-year-old albino raccoon in Georgia. For part of her early life, Isis, the albino raccoon, had a miserable existence. Because of her unique look, someone captured her and locked her in a small wire cage, intending to use her for a taxidermy project. Luckily, there was good news in store for her. The Georgia Department of Natural Resources rescued Isis and delivered the raccoon to Maxine Rainey below, director of the Georgia Animal Sanctuary, A New Hope. But both the sanctuary and the Department of Natural Resources feared she was a lost cause. Understandably, Isis was aggressive. Human touch scared her, and she lashed out at anyone trying to help her. Since she was described as so aggressive, Maxine said, we were just going to hold her for a couple of days. But then what? When Maxine accepted the albino raccoon, she gave the poor animal a look over. She had urine burns, smelled horrendous, was obese, losing hair, and had sores all over her feet. No wonder she was aggressive. Maxine, though, had hope for the poor animal. She sat in the enclosure with the animal that, by all accounts, should have been trying to tear her head off if she got too close. But amazingly, that didn't happen. I'd been going through some stuff in my personal life, Maxine said, and I was kind of having a sad day. So I sat by her, and she came right up to me. She came up and sniffed me and put her little hands in my hand. From there, the raccoon's life only got better. She's so gentle, Maxine said. She spent the last couple days glued to my side, sleeping on my lap, having me carry her around. I just saw a complete 180-degree flip in her personality the minute she was exposed to some kindness. For a raccoon once deemed so aggressive she had to be kept away from other raccoons at the facility, that's a pretty glowing review. But the story of Isis only underscored the worry of Rodney Jones, the chief of Kanawha's Park Police Department. People like James Butler are often fascinated with animals that are different and unique, but it's important to remember they're wild animals, potentially dangerous and capable of love and affection. They're to be admired from afar. James had the right idea when he saw the albino raccoon. He took some photos, set him free from the dumpster, and let him go on his way. Hopefully, others lucky enough to spot one of these beautiful beasts in nature take the same approach. Life would be boring if everyone and everything looked the same. Most of the time, it's the differences in our physical appearances that make us unique and interesting. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up and consider sharing it with your friends and family. Thanks again, and we'll see you in the next one.